Hello everyone and welcome to another Becoming Classic video. Okay, today we've got Project KH in hand. Today I'm just going to go through, I'm just going to check this. When this bike came to me, it didn't run very well. It was running, seemed to be okay on the left cylinder, the middle cylinder, and on and off on the right cylinder for it could be a number of reasons. Okay, so this engine is going to be completely stripped shortly, which I'm going to video, and basically it's all going for vapor blasting. A check over, check everything, replace output shaft seal and etc etc, and vapor blast it, and basically the frame is behind me. It's just been painted, and the tank and everything's behind me this side that needs painting, putting back in its correct colour, halibut blue. So anyway, while I'm just curious on, and I think it's a good, what could be a good video, is I'm just going to check ignition timing as it came to me. We've just removed the cover, just done a bit of polishing. I've just removed the ignition points cover, and I'm just going to make a note of spec. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked in the book yet. I haven't researched it. I don't know what kind of timing, but I'm just going to see what we've got here, we've actually got in the real world. Okay, so to start with, what we've got, I've just made up a simple circuit. We've got a battery with a test light, and we've got the engine as earth, the test light to positive, and when the points are closed, obviously they create the circuit to earth. So what that signifies to us is, when the points are open, we've got an open circuit. Okay, so what we can tell by that is immediately, just go a bit further back, there we go. So the points are now shut, which creates the circuit. We've got an earth, and the circuit lights the test light. As soon as we rotate, and you may not be able to see it with the camera, but as soon as these points open, we get a never mind fag papers and you know, any of that kind of old school stuff, although it's very accurate or whatever, I tend to kind of want to use a test light. So let's have a, and at that point its bulb just hesitated, just as the points opening broke the circuit, so it puts the light out. So okay, I'm just literally attached to that set of points there. I don't even know which one it is, but we'll find out. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look what we've got. Take the plugs out. I'm just going to lay these plugs out left to right, just so I've got an idea of what's come from where. As I said, this is the cylinder that it was on and off, intermittent. Could even be just a plug, bit of a wet plug. It is a bit wetter, that plug, as it came out. Let's show left, centre, offending plug. The left looks the best at the minute, centre, and then right, not so hot, all gapped. Anyway, let's just have a quick, so quick, it's not that one, could be that one, and it's not that one. So the cylinder we're looking at the minute on that set of points is the centre cylinder. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a DTI gauge and the correct, it's that one. Just put a little anvil on the DTI. I don't know what kind of depth I'm going to need. It's all just an experiment at the minute. I really am doing it straight. You're doing it with me for the first time. Okay, so we kind of get it set to there. I don't know as we're, yeah, we do. So we've got movement on the gauge. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to top dead centre it. So I'm just going to set that. I know it's moving a little bit, but let's just, we're pretty much, okay, so You should be able to see that now. Let's just move to the engine a little bit closer. Let's just move the camera a little bit closer to the engine and we can see this better. Okay, so we've got an open circuit, as in the battery, so we know the points are open, which they should be with this being at top dead centre, but this middle cylinder now is bang on at top dead centre. Now the crank rotates clockwise, so I'm just going to go back now, anti-clockwise, and go backwards. You can see now 0.12 all the way down. Now there's 1 mil. We've gone back 1 mil. Okay, TZ days, when I used to race the TZs, I think 350, I think is 1.8. Anyway, we're at 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go way past it now. I'm going to rotate in normal direction until we get to a point. Piston rising. See the light just flickering there? It was the same when we were rotating it backwards. So we are now 0.1234, as good as 1.4 mil before top dead centre. So okay, so there's the, we're going to reduce now 0.4, so now we're at 0, so we're a mil, and then just to check our measurements, that should stop at 0. This cylinder is firing at 1.4 millimeters before top dead centre. So I'm going to write this down and we'll check this later. So cylinder 2, cylinder 1 and cylinder 3. So we've got 1.4 millimeters before top dead centre on the centre. Okay, what I'll do then now, just take these out, put him in the left pot. Let's just check this, see what this has given us. Just let it rest on the head fins like that. Okay, so what we need to do, I'm going to zero this, I'm going to find top dead centre with this one. Here we go, piston rise in normal direction of rotation, and there we are, top dead centre. Okay, so just rotate that 0 round. So we need to find which set of points this is now. So it'll be the one that doesn't give us a light. That gives us a light, so it's not that one, because at top dead centre the points will be open. So we're going to go for that one. Okay, then points are open now. So if I go back now, we can watch, already gone past 1, how different 2. Okay, right, so cylinder 2, we're going to go rotation. Okay, I'll move that to normal direction of rotation until we get the light to go out, till the points open and break the circuit. There, just go back. It's either just after or just before, so what we're talking about is 9.5. Okay, so let's just check that. So normal rotation, then the light just, let's call it 0.1. So 0.1 after the 0. So we've now got 0.9, because we were at 0.1. So we've got 0.9 piston rising. I'm going to keep going. And there we go, there's top dead centre, and it's starting to fall again. Okay, so left hand cylinder, cylinder 1, shall we call it, across the, from left to right, is 1.9, about 1.92, but we'll call it 1.9, 1.9 millimetres before top dead centre. Okay, so we can see already we've got a 1.9 and a 1.4, so this just is not set. There's no, you know, even if one of these is correct, one of them's wrong. So anyway, so to finish off, let's just set and check on our suspect cylinder. For whatever reason, it could have been coil, it could be plug, it could be white, it could be anything. Okay, so it even could be fuel, it could be, I just haven't had a look. I just, when I got the bike, I tried to start it, it ran, but it only ran sort of 2.5. Okay, right, let's find top dead centre again. As you can see now, piston rising. So this time we're calling, let me just get it somewhere near. We know we're at top dead centre, we'll let gauge settle down. For purposes of what we're after, that's good enough. Okay, so I think that now is that set of points down there. Okay, obviously it's the top dead centre, so the points for this particular cylinder will be open, or should be open. So and they are, because we don't have a circuit, because the light's not lit. As soon as the points close, we're on the insulated side of the point, so as soon as the points close, we then get a path to earth which lights the bulb. Okay, so go backwards rotation, there's 1 mil. Okay, we've gone backwards 1 mil. Here's our 1.4 that would correspond with cylinder 2. Still got no light. 1.5, so we're at 1.5 on this one. It's looking that way now. Let's go past and then come normal rotation. So when that light goes out, it's kind of there, 1.5. So it's at 0.5, so we're going to go the other 0.5 to make it, there's a 0.5 back to 0, and then we should have another full millimetre to top dead centre, and then past it. So we're at 1.5 mil on cylinder 3. So 1.5 millimetres before top dead centre. Okay, so as you can see from my note now, we know we've certainly got some setting up to do on ignition timing when we come to put it back together. Yeah, we're the whole engine is coming apart, like I say, for vapor blasting and a check over, and so, but we can see already this is things that it's so quick to do, and it gives me a feel for, you know, kind of the way it's been, I don't know, looked after, serviced, whatever. But I mean, already I know that is not to, I mean, that is so advanced at 1.9 before top dead centre. So this cylinder was so advanced to be sparking at 1.9 mil. When I say so advanced, it's advanced in relation to these two. That may be the figure. Say like the TZs, I think, I'm sure from memory, the TZ350 I used to run was 1.8 before top dead centre as a static timing. So we're pretty much in that ballpark. It's a little bit advanced that for me, but if that is correct, or around 1.8 is correct. The 1.4 and 1.5, these are so retarded. They should have sparked before they are actually sparking. So it's just a simple way of accurately checking just with an old battery. It's an old knackered battery, a test light, a bit of wire, and you see what the ignition coil is going to see, not fag papers and bits of whatever. You see what the ignition coil is told to do, where it's told to spark, and that's it. So anyway, another little just another little video that I hope you find useful. It's the way I check stuff when I get it in, and we'll do another video on actual setup of these points, because it can be a bit of a, you know, it's what to do first, which to do first, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So we will do that. We'll do that on the flip side when she's all built, and it's probably one of the last things we're going to do. Okay, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we'll get you on the next one. Cheers.